Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for August the 16th, 2011. Now our first position for tonight is going to be in the Forex market, specifically the Euro-British Pound currency pair, the cross pair. Now what we're seeing here is a buy signal forming from vantage point. We have our predicted true strength indicator crossing the trigger at the bottom, the predicted MACD also crossing in oversold territory, our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences breaking above the zero line. Everything looks quite good here. We've closed at 88.16. That's above all three of the vantage point predicted moving averages, with our major support line sitting right now at 87.75. Now what we also want to do is look at the three major crossovers. First of all, our short-term crossover from vantage point is supportive of further longs. We've crossed over to the upside. Our medium crossover, again, we're about 3 or 4 days old, but it's holding in the buy formation, and our long-term crossover is just crossing the trigger right now. Now what we also want to do for confirmation here is look at our predicted high-low break. We can see that we've just broken above the vantage point predicted high for the day today, and our predicted low is pretty much holding. Now if we also review this candle, we can see that the wick of this candle is nowhere near the vantage point predicted low. It's quite bullish. So from now that we've done a thorough amount of analysis, we can go into our daily report and see if that can assist us in fine-tuning our entry point. For tomorrow we've got 87.66, 88.72, that's our daily range. For tomorrow we're going to use the 87.80 area. We're going to go about 15-16 pips above the predicted low. I don't believe we're going to get down to that predicted low, and the vantage point 18-day predicted moving average will block that and will not be able to reach that predicted low. That's my interpretation. Right or wrong, we're going to go with that. So 87.80 is what we're looking for our entry point. 88.72 will be our target area. Now the euro, we are going to see increased volatility tomorrow with France and Germany meeting. That should help things along. I don't think they're going to do anything to purposely sabotage the euro. So I think we're going to see a positive day for the euro. That's my opinion. I talked about in the Forex weekly outlook that I didn't really see any the majority of the market analysts are talking about 144.20 resistance. Never really saw that. As we can see today, we blew through that without any difficulty whatsoever. So I still expect further strength tomorrow in the euro. That's our first position for tomorrow. Now our second position is going to be in the commodity market, specifically the silver futures contract. Now I have this continuous contract up here because I have a lot of guys, my clients, that are doing CFDs. Some of my guys are doing futures, so I just kind of take the continuous price and then we can go from there. Now looking at the silver contract, it's still following the S&P 500. It moves up as gold flattens out. Silver tends to follow those equity markets, what I talked about in the Forex weekly outlook. So we're going to continue to play this. We've closed at 39.30. Our three predicted moving averages are 39.18, 39.24, and 39.15. Now we are going to see volatility. We've got a mixed bag here, but looking at our crossovers from vantage point, our short-term crossover is saying we are still moving up. Our medium-term crossover is starting to turn back to the upside. Our long-term is not overly supportive. So from here we're basically looking at somewhat of an intraday trade. So when we're looking at that, we definitely want to look at our predicted high-low break. We can see that we're channeling here, but we are definitely channeling higher. Our predicted high for the day today was breached. You can see that the candle has moved outside of this red line. That again is bullish. So from there we can go into our daily report, look at our predicted high, predicted low, and see what we're going to potentially what we could be looking at for tomorrow. Now I also like to look at closing prices with the last 3 days, 38.66, 39.11, 39.30. We're consistently moving higher. So for tomorrow we've got 38.92, 39.95. That's our range. Now we could encounter some support. Your more aggressive traders can look at the 39.15 area. Your less aggressive traders, they can focus around the 38.92 area. Now again, in my opinion, looking at stops here, our stops should be just under this 37 level. This lone candlestick during extreme volatility last week when the equities were hammered, you can see that silver followed the equity markets down, but it's stabilized around 37. So in case we get into some volatility tomorrow, we don't want really tight stops here. So stops below that 37 area is a reasonable area. Then on the upside, the very minimum we're going to be targeting is the 39.80, 39.90 area. But in the days and weeks ahead, if the equities continue to develop as I think they may, we could get back into the somewhere between 40 and 42 would be a reasonable area. So with that said, again, these are the market positions for August the 16th, 2011, and my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.